Greetings, this is Skylar Saunders Singh. What's current? All right, it's heating up. President Volodymyr Zelensky of Ukraine, has said that United States President Donald J. Trump is in a space of disinformation, which is a very polite, very kind way of saying he's full of shit. He's a liar. Very political, very measured, very, conservative, very, grounded way of speaking and telling somebody that they're an effing liar, basically. That's basically what he's doing. Brother Star, oh my God, Bumbleclot's already going crazy. But that's the gist of this. That's the whole premise of this whole debate between America and Ukraine. There's been tension now because Putin wants to have a sit down with Donald Trump. He's like, oh, I haven't seen him in a long time. It's been some time since I've seen him. It's my terrible Russian accent. I don't want to just talk over coffee and tea. It's horrible accent, but you get what I'm saying. He said that in the news. So Volodymyr Zelensky, Trump is saying his approval ratings are down to 4%. Last time he checked, it was up to 57% for Volodymyr Zelensky and Ukraine. So he was way off, not even close. But he's in a space of disinformation. That's what I want to harp on. Is he calling Trump a liar? A bold-faced liar? Because first of all, he said you should have never started the war with Russia. And if memory serves me right, I could be wrong, I could be crazy, but I could have remembered that Russia invaded Ukraine. Am I wrong? And tell me if I'm wrong. Let me know if I'm incorrect here. I could have sworn that Russia was the invader and Ukraine was the one that sustained the impact of their barrage of missiles and ground troops and the whole war machine. I could be wrong, though. Please correct me if I'm wrong. But I don't think I am. I think that, Trump is part of that delusion syndrome where he lives in this bubble of, just complete, nonsense and things that don't add up and make sense. It's ridiculous. It really is sad because this country is so notable, so noble, so great, so wonderful. To have a president represented like Trump again, and the way he's doing again, it's like terrible. Make America Trumpless again. I saw a hat that said that. Make America Trumpless again. Like, get him out of the way. Get him out of the power system. Get him totally cleanse him from all power. That's what we need to do. He needs to be, removed from office. He needs to be completely, stripped of all his power. I'm not sure exactly how you do that because the only way you can do that is really with impeachment. Impeachments really go his way. He was impeached twice. What happened? He became president anyway. He has felony charges. He's a convicted felon, but he's in the White House. He's in the Oval Office. You try writing this. Try writing this as a novel. You submit it to a publisher, they'll be like, get the F out of here. This could never happen. This could never happen. So, with President Zelensky calling him, essentially saying that Trump is a liar, that just brings up so many, questions as to what America and Ukraine will be right now, because it's not looking great for either side. Ukraine's still fighting. They want to try to have a ceasefire. Russia wants to have a ceasefire, I think, or it's either the other way around. Something, but it's just like the war in Gaza. Ceasefire for what? There was no ceasefire for the Hamas, which is not just a fringe group of terrorists, but an actually politically elected official body. There was no ceasefire on October 8th. They didn't say, oh, okay, we're going to stop firing. We're going to let go of all the hostages and prisoners of war, wherever the case. I need to see what the difference is between a hostage and a prisoner of war is. But same goes with Ukraine. Ukraine is like that as well. Ukraine is fighting a battle that was waged by Russia. They started the whole thing, and Trump was saying you could have got a better deal. Like it was a deal for one of his real estate properties or something. I mean, it's just disgusting, this man. Couldn't vote for him. I couldn't vote for Kamala because she was a dizzy, dumb, ditzy broad, with her word salads and her everything like that. And Trump has word salads too. I'm not going to just say he doesn't. He doesn't know what he knows what he's talking about, but then he says it in a totally different way. That's like full of misnomers and non sequiturs and going off in different directions. So they both had that kind of idealism about them, both of them. But I couldn't vote for either one. So, but Trump now is the president. We have to acknowledge that. We have to face that. We have to endure that in certain circumstances. But him saying that the Ukraine started is just astounding. That is astounding. Like, he has no respect for history. He has no respect for the facts or truth. He's a complete buffoon on the world stage when he makes those kind of assertions that are completely baseless and without merit. That's the challenge that we have to have every time we look at this. So I think with President Zelensky, he has to walk lightly. He's a smart guy, because he said, you know what, Trump is an effing liar, and just said that. He's an effing liar. There's nothing less. There's nothing more you can say. You can't say anything more than that. He's a complete habitual liar. He just makes up false truths and pulls it out of the seat of his pants. That's all he does. He just sits around and just makes up. This will sound good. You should have had a better deal, and you shouldn't have started the war with Russia. Brings me back to Home Alone or something like that. It's like what in the world? Like, how does that even equate? How does that even make any sense on any level whatsoever? How does that make any sense? How does that make any sense? I'm still trying to figure that out. How do you figure that, on the world stage, and if we must, let's give it to NATO. Let's have the different forces, especially in Europe. If Ukraine falls, then Europe is not going to take that well. It's going to be a devastation across the entire continent. It will be completely devastating and detrimental to their survival and their flourishing and their thriving. So that's pretty sad, I think. I think that's a sad situation. When you have the president of Ukraine, who has been doing everything he possibly could and he possibly can to win this war, and it seems like it's going to turn out to be a stalemate to me. I think that's what's going to happen. If I have to, make it a quick point, my viewers went from 5 to 1. I don't know how the hell this works. I'm just doing a research show. This is my personal research show, as Mr. Troy Star Terrain would say. I'm just trying to see how many views I can get off of the vertical feed. Not getting many. Used to have like 30, 40, had 100. Went up to like 150 one time. That equated into 9,000 views. It wasn't like 9,000 people were here at one time, but it went up to 150 and it multiplied. It just kept on multiplying over and over again. But it's down to 1. It looks like it's just bumbleclot. I love it. I love how this is reality. It burns. It burns. All this burns. But this is like going through calisthenics. This is like going through the gauntlet. This is like going through physical training. It really hurts. It burns. Because like I should have at least 400,000 people in my live feed, because I'm giving great game right now. I'm giving excellent game. And nobody's appreciating it like they should. I have 954 subscribers. I have, in the last days, I've had 4.1 thousand views and 150.8 watch time hours. And I should have 200,000 views or a million views and 500,000 watch hours or something like that. That's what I should have. But I don't have that. But I'm not crying. I'm just saying it's like physical therapy. It's like physical training. It's very taxing on the mind, though. It's very taxing because I'm thinking, I'm pushing it out. I should be getting it back. I should be getting it back. I should be getting all this back. I'm putting out good work. I researched this. I researched this across multiple platforms. Yahoo News, Google News, New York Times. They all said the same thing. Disinformation space, disinformation space, disinformation space. So that's what Vladimir Zelensky is saying about Trump. He's like, there's an iciness, there's a coolness between them. It's not very warm between Ukraine and USA right now because of President Trump. He wants to have his own way and not like, it's a completely narcissistic and whim worshiping kind of way. It's not like an egoistic, selfish way. Which are good. It's narcissistic and whimsical, whim worship kind of actions. So he has to atone for that. I think he has to at least apologize to President Zelensky for spreading some false ideas or lying. I mean, if you want to just say it, he lied. He's lying like a lot. Trump lies a lot. Like all politicians lie, but Trump is like the granddaddy of all misinformation and disinformation and fallacies. He is the main reason why there is such discord in this country, really, and there's such a separation. So I think with President Zelensky, he just calls him out. He said it politely. He said it politically. He said it with couth. He said it with confidence. Trump is in a world in a space of disinformation. He could have said Trump is an effing liar, and everybody would have cheered and said, yeah, at least somebody had the cojones to say it. But he has the cojones to say that he's living in disinformation because he is a politician. He has to play the role. He has to play the right notes. He can't just come out and say, yeah, Trump is an effing liar. That's all he is. That's all he ever will be. He can't do that. Can't do that. They won't let him say that. So he has to say it with tact. He has to say it with, efficiency and knowledge of the game. He's a game player. He knows how to play the game. And the sadness of it all is the result of Russia and Ukraine's war is millions of lives lost on both sides, land taken, thousands, hundreds of thousands without homes or living spaces. It's just a devastating effect that has occurred since, 2021 or 22 when it first started. So yeah, I think it's been 22. I think it was 2022 because it's the last 3 years. It will be 3 years this year, this year. It will be 3 years, 2022. So I just, I'm giving y'all game. I'm giving this wisdom. I'm giving this ism, and I'm not getting it back. That's rough on me. That's rough on my psyche because I used to get, like I said, like lunch hour, like 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. It was a rush. It was like 20 people would come in, bam, boof, poof. I don't know what happened. I have no idea what happened. All I get is Bumbleclot with 1 like and three viewers. He can't do anything. He already subscribed to my channel. He hasn't spoken to anybody. He hasn't said anything. Say, look, you need to watch this silly nigga named Skyler. So I'm gonna do my sponsors. Go to LIFESTRONGAPPAREL, LifeStrongApparel.com. There you can find merchandise that is attuned to the buyer of sea moss. There's raw sea moss, there's purple sea moss, there's sea moss treats, there's snapbacks. And when you make your purchases at the line, we have all your merchandise at the purchasing part. Put in the promo code SKYLER20 Skyler20 to let him know that it's coming from the silly guy Sky Saunders, and that you can get 20% off all your purchases. So go to lifestrongapparel.com and enjoy your various items. Thank you. Also, Bayha Jackson, the former actor from Boys in the Hood, played younger version of Doughboy. He has his own YouTube stream. He has sardines on the grill. He's got fried chicken. He's got near beer. He's talking about female strippers of age, of course, and he's just having fun. He's having a good time. He pays me, so I appreciate it. So definitely check out him and his channel. And tell him the silly guy Sky Saunders sent you. Bayha Jackson, BeeJackson 5478 on YouTube. Then you got to go to twitch.tv/about/DOTFOCUS1_ dot focus. Or go to dot focus and get those subscriptions up on YouTube and let him know that the silly guy Sky Saunders sent you. I appreciate it. And thank you very much for all my sponsors. And thank you, Texas. Go back to Jesus. Zelensky is a Nazi. Please, Texas, I'm wondering, how is he a Nazi? Please, give me your stats, facts, and examples to support your baseless claim. Please. I just love how people just come out with anything. Trump is an acrobat. He was in the circus. Like, I would have believed that. He's a clown. But people just have, Texas, he has just random assertions. Just, Zelensky is a Nazi. I'm not going to say anything else. I'm just going to say he's a Nazi. I have no proof. I have no evidence. It just sounds nice. I just put it into the chat room. How long has he been in power? When was the last election in Ukraine? I don't know, but does it matter? He's on the side of right. His nation was attacked. And also, what does it matter anyway? Because, to being voted, the most famous Nazi, Hitler, was voted into power. So, I don't know what you're saying. He's a Nazi. Tell me how he's a Nazi. You have to say Trump is a Nazi. That's not true. He's more so of a fascist than anything. Like Obama, he wasn't a socialist. He was more of a fascist. No, he wasn't. He traffics kids. Who traffics kids? Who you talking about? Talking about President Zelensky? Give me stats and facts. Give me an article. You got a wrench. Give me a link. Give me a link to that. I'll happily research that. Give me a link and I'll research it. Okay, he says Hitler was voted into power, then took control of power. He wasn't voted to be a dictator. He became a dictator. Two very different things. That's facts, but like I said, the origin is always the voting. The origin is the voting. He had the sway of the power of people of the populace. The majority of Germans were for him. Excuse me. Now we're up to 6. Can we make it a party? 4 more people and we got a party. Let's go. But you still haven't given me examples of why Zelensky is a Nazi. Now it goes down to 4. Okay. Okay. So Zelensky, I do respect him. He's not perfect. He's, of course, nobody's morally fully perfect. But you can be morally perfect. You can be morally perfect, but he's not perfect morally. He has his own drawbacks, such as I think he still wants to I think he wants a ceasefire or something like that. 100% sure. From what I read, I was trying to remember what I read, but the things that stood out was the disinformation space. That was amazing. That was amazing for him to say that with bravado and with confidence. I wish that he's like I'm hoping that the Trump administration has more, truth. He's looking. He said, I want them to have more truth. I want them to stop lying. That's what he could have said. He said, I want them to stop pulling stuff out of their ass. That's what he could have said. Zelensky hasn't done nothing but laundry money for Biden. Again, I love your assertions, Texas. Great. Thank you. Wonderful assertions. But what do they add up to? Where are your arguments? Where are your basis to back these claims? That's exactly why he wasn't at the table when the United States was talking to Russia about ending the war. Is that? Can you give me information on what? Again, give me a site. Give me a link. Something that backs up your baseless claims. I mean, you're sounding like you're behind to the wind right now. You're just saying stuff. Sounds hot, but you have nothing to back it up with. You have nothing to prove your point. You're not landing your plane. You're about to crash it. And where does it say he trafficked kids? Who trafficked kids? Are you talking about Hitler? Hitler Youth? He trafficked them? I don't know, but I would like for you to either give me, claims that are founded in reality, or tell at least 12 people about this channel, so I can get more subscriptions. I need more subs than Jersey Mike's. Come on now, let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it 100%. Let's keep it a buck. 200 million sent to Ukraine, but only 100 million sent made to Ukraine. Where did you get those numbers? Where did you even come up with those numbers? I have no idea. I did not see that in the news today. I did not see that. Where did you come up with those numbers? Do you have a link, Texas? That's all I'm asking. You've never sent me a link. You just have these broad assertions without any claims to back them up. That's a problem. So I'll wait. I'll continue to wait. I'm gonna continue the show, but I'll wait. I'm rocking back and forth. But but no. I think President Zelensky did a very valiant thing. He couldn't say Trump was an effing liar. That's all he has. That's all I gotta say. He had to say he's in a space of disinformation that's very politically correct. That's very close to what we have today, in a lot of ways in our discourse. He tried to use as many vowels and syllables and as he possibly could. But that's the way we live today. That's what we have to do. We can't. And he's a politician. He's trying to be as judicial and non-prejudiced and non-toxic as possible. Even talking about President Trump, which is amazing. If you can do that, that is a feat. That is an extraordinary feat of willpower and understanding. Excuse me for a moment. There we go. Hold on. Got a little shaky there, I know, but we're good. 4 likes, 5 people watching, not mad. All right, so it just seems to me that you know, has Trump ever taken a polygraph test? See what his polygraph test would be. I know it wouldn't hold up in court or anything like that, but it'd just be something interesting to follow. Okay, now we got a link. All right, great. Thank you. Finally, found a link. I was waiting for you, sir. Waiting for that link. Okay, I don't have time to read all this on the show, but thank you for the link. I appreciate it. Thank you for having some kind of understanding, but I don't think this is against. Okay, I do have time to read. I'll read it on air. Zelensky says $100 billion, and this is coming from Shore News Network. I'm not even familiar with that, but okay. And U.S. aid to Ukraine has gone missing. Zelensky questions discrepancy in U.S. aid figures, says $100 billion unaccounted for. Kiev, Ukraine. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has raised concerns over a significant gap in reported U.S. aid figures, stating that Ukraine has received about $76 billion, far less than the $177 billion approved by Congress. In an interview with Associated Press, when was this, by the way? This is back in the 3rd, February 3rd. Okay. In an interview with the Associated Press, Zelensky challenged the notion that Ukraine had received hundreds of billions of dollars in direct aid. When I hear, both in the past and even, okay, we got one more, we'll make it a party. And even now, from the U.S., that America has provided Ukraine with hundreds of billions of dollars, 177 to be precise, based on what Congress approved. As the president of a nation at war, I can tell you we received more than $75 billion, he said. The Ukrainian leader clarified that the aid did not come as direct cash transfers, but largely in the form of military assistance, which is estimated at about $70 billion. He acknowledged that additional funds must exist within various programs, but stressed that Ukraine had not directly received the full amount of often cited in public discourse. Beyond military aid, Zelensky also pointed to stalled humanitarian programs, including a $200 million energy-related initiative and other allocations for healthcare and border security. Despite this uncertainty over some U.S. funding, he expressed confidence in securing alternative support from European partners or internal resources. So that was like a short article. I appreciate that. I don't really see how that strengthens your point, but I appreciate you for putting it in. Thank you, Texas. What you got against Trump? I have almost everything against Trump. He's a narcissistic, maniacal, short-sighted, whim-worshipping, childish, very overbearing, just a complete churlish and surly, just individual. He's just utterly repugnant on so many levels. That's what I have against Trump. That's why the Democrats are scared of Elon following the money. The Democrats are scared because they don't have a backbone. The Democrats are scared because they don't have any spine. They can't stand up to Trump and his cronies or the people around him because they don't have their own ethics. They don't have their own morality. The Democrats are completely, they abandon reason. They abandon logic. They abandon all that. They abandon having a backbone. Okay, Rick James is definitely on the sauce now. Ladies and gentlemen, he's back. The man behind the hat. He's the best-selling author of Ayn Rand and the Kingdom of the Air. He's the son of a pastor, and he's living the dream. That's right. He's Skylar Saunders. Close. You got a lot of stuff wrong in that one, Mr. Rick James. Thank you for coming by. You know that if you already look up, I don't know what your count says, but mine says 8 people watching, 4 likes. So I'm not, you know what? Um, so I do appreciate everybody in this room. Texas, I don't know if Bumbleclaw's still here. Rick James is in the building, so I appreciate everybody. This is just a research. This is crazy because I'm not getting the numbers I used to get for I get numbers I get for being on here, but not for being with it. You understand? Like, it used to be like 20s and 30s and maybe 40s, and now it equate to like 200, 300, or 400 viewers. It will never show in this, but it multiplies. Like this, I'll probably get 40 to 60 maybe viewers based on how many people are here. But what has Trump done that makes you not like everything? He has lied, cheated, stolen, all these things. He's a corrupt individual. He's a shell of a human being. He has distorted reality. He has made a mockery of veterans. He has made a mockery of this country. He has made a complete ass of himself, for the world to see. That's what he has done to make me not like him. He has sexually abused women. He has sexually harassed women. Those are all facts, and I can give you. I can't give you right now, but or maybe I can. Maybe I can say. Here's something I can put into the chat. Here's my proof. I'll show you. You didn't give me all your proof, but here's my proof. There you go. Right there. Bam. Read that article. So that's the reality behind that. That's the truth behind that. That's the facts behind that. Just doing a little bit of house cleaning. Excuse me. Just seeing something. Try again. Trump is a disgrace to nature. Yeah, he is. What? Never been convicted of rape or abuse. He wasn't convicted. He was found liable. He found liable for sexual abuse. Ward's accuser $5 million. He was found liable. It was a civil suit. It wasn't a criminal case. Trump is a disgrace to nature. The human worm. Excuse me. Yeah. There's no trying again. Read the article. That's facts. He was liable for $5 million. He sexually abused a woman. That's liability. He was found liable for sexually abusing a woman. That's exactly what the kind of person he is. That's the kind of person we're dealing with. Liable and convicted. I said he was found liable. I said you run this tape, you can run this video back. I said it's not conviction, it's liability. It's a liable case. I know that. I know there are two different things. But he still was liable for the sexual abuse. So that's still a disgusting reality that he is a horrible human being. Of many things he's done. That's just an example. the myriad things that he's been involved in that are nefarious and underhanded. One of the worst things probably was around COVID, when he was saying like, oh, if you use bleach and if you inject this in your rear and you do this, he was completely bumbling. He bungled the whole COVID issue. It was horrific. Do you think Stormy Daniels was worth it? Rick James asked. No, I don't. She's pouring trash. I'm nothing to do with her. Forget her. The only thing with Daniels is he was found guilty of using campaign funds to pay her. Exactly. He had 34 counts of 34 conviction counts that he was found guilty of on each one. So you have to realize that. Yeah, you don't think so, Rick James? I don't think so either. Like I said, never convicted, so he has never raped or abused anyone in the court of law, and that's what that matters, because that's what makes it a fact. Anything else speculation? Okay, but the liability, it was a civil court. He won in civil court. I mean, he lost in civil court. He won one. He skated on one case. That was from ASAP Rocky's lawyer, Joey Tacopina. He represented Donald Trump. He won one case and he lost another. So that was in civil court though. That wasn't in criminal court. So I just salute President Zelensky for standing up. No, everybody's saying, oh well, Trump he's like, no, he's in a space of disinformation. He's in a complete space of disinformation. He's not getting his information right. Either, through negligence and incompetence, or even worse, through just outright knowing and completely going against the facts, going against reality. And I was learning some of this from Dr. Euron Brook, former executive director and CEO of the Ayn Rand Institute for 17 years. He was discussing this on his show, how Trump had the gall to say that Ukraine started the war. He said if I was president, the war would have never started or something like that. I can't remember exactly what he said. COVID, that was a joke that he said, and how come more people died during Biden to COVID than when Trump was in office? And Biden had the vaccine already thanks to Operation Warp Speed that Trump did. Well, that's because Trump was a liar during that whole period. He did not know what to say or what to do. He wasn't, you think he was joking? He was telling us he was serious. He was as serious as colon cancer. He was saying use bleach and use all these different things, and he bungled the whole idea of the COVID thing. And he was responsible for the shutdowns. We shouldn't have shutdowns. We should have walked freely in the streets. Texas says, okay, then OJ killed his wife. Then if you want to go off at civil court and not the court of law. Those were two totally different things. You're comparing not even apples to oranges, but apples to Cadillacs. It's a totally different situation. OJ, by law, didn't kill his wife or Ron Goldman. Just by law, just going by the legal stature, he did not commit murder. But you can say all you want that he was guilty. You can say if you want. But not in the court of law, not in the eyes of the justice system. But court civil cases and criminal cases are totally different. Keep doing the real premium black political worldwide media news work with your brilliant analysis. Thank you very much, Christopher Perkins. Continue to tell people about this channel. I'm not even going for my money. I could go for my Cash App and my Venmo and my PayPal, but I want to get the subscriptions up. In some ways, OJ was a G. Let's slow down with that. He was not. He was far from a genius. Salute to you, Christopher. Okay, salute to you. But I appreciate it, Christopher. Make sure you tell at least 200 people about my channel. If you know 200 people, just let them know. Just send out, on your tweet, your X, your Facebook, your Snapchat, all of that. Just let people know. I'd appreciate it. So, I just have to salute the president of Ukraine. I salute him. All you're doing is opinions. You're better than that. These are facts, sir. These are facts. You gave me one article. I can give you dozens of articles. What do you want to know? What part do you want to know? And I'm not excusing Biden. You are spitting facts. According to sciencefeedback.org, there were higher COVID-19 deaths under Biden. That's why I'm not excusing him. He's from my state. He's from Delaware. He's like, his house is like a half an hour away from mine. I'm not excusing Biden. Biden's a horrible person too. He's not that great of a guy. These are mostly disgusting human beings. Politicians. They start off good, and then they have to say, well, in order to get this way, I got to do this wheeling and dealing. I got to do this. I got to do this underhanded stuff. That's the truth. That's facts. Thank you. Thank you, Christopher. He was able to commit murder and get away with it. Genius work fact. That's not genius, sir. He's not a genius. Let's not go there. 2 more people away from having a party. Let's have a party in here. Let's have a party. This is a political podcast and media network. Well, not necessarily. I talk about politics, but I'm not so keen on just saying that it's a political platform, because I don't really know politics like this. All I know is when I see headlines like President Zelensky says Trump is in disinformation space, like that just triggers me. I was like, okay, who else is saying that? What other president in the world is saying that, about Trump? Who else is saying that? He treated with respect, love, and integrity. I don't know who you're talking about, Rick James. Who are you talking about? I don't know who you're talking about, Rick James. The sad fact of the matter is that we might be getting a 3rd-term president. I don't think that's possible. Is it? I'm gonna look it up. It said the New York Times says no. Trump cannot run for re-election in 2028. The Constitution sets a 2-term limit for presidents. Still, President Trump has floated the idea of staying longer, and a long-shot resolution from a Republican representative seeks to pave the way. This is kind of long, but I'll put this in the chat. Biden, sir. From Biden, I there is no God, but I pray that never ever happens. If that never happens, I'll be too well off and great with my life. One more person, and we have a party. Let's have that one more person come in the room. Y'all get to working with your exes and your Facebooks. Get that one person. I need one more person. It's a party. I'm at 9 views right now. 9 viewers. We don't have a party yet, Rick James. Unless on my end, I don't see it. No one trusts a Diddy cat. Okay. Chevelle88. Chevelle88, have you subscribed to my channel yet? Have you told 10 other people to subscribe to my channel? Tell truth. That's what Zelensky said. President Zelensky said, "I just need more truth coming from Trump's administration. I just need more truth." That's all he's saying. I have respected your political perspective. Thank you, Christopher Perkins. Ethna, why not? Was it Chevalier 88? Why not? Why not, Chevalier? Why are you in my live? You can. It's either subscribe or get out of here or unalive yourself. Oh, there we are. It's a party. 10 people in here. Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. In the name of the Father, in the name of the blood. I said, Volodymyr Zelensky, he's the president of Ukraine. He said, uh-oh, wait a minute. Look at what we have here. We got Trump in the disinformation space. He is not telling it all. He is not telling the truth. He's taking all of that he's saying and just running it out the backside of himself. He's just taking it from the seat of his pants. And he's just going into a way that no person would, with any good sense, would go. I'm just saying. Volodymyr Zelensky, he is the president, and he just said, simply, politically, Trump is in the space of disinformation. He could have said Trump is an effing liar, and that would have made sense. He could have said Biden is an effing liar. They all are effing liars. They all don't respect the truth. They all, or very few of them, care about what the truth actually is. That's what I'm saying. If you think that Biden's going to run in 2032, you got another thing coming, because he has so much on his plate. He's already in his 80s. He's well past his prime. Why don't we get a young, smart, objective, maybe not be an objectivist, but some young person, a man or a female, if they came into the political fray with ideas to get rid of so many organizations and agencies, if we could just do that, ain't he all right? Ain't he all right? Ain't he all right? Ain't he all right? Now, has to come down. I'm not even going to pass out the collection plate. I'm just going to ask you to come to this world. Come to the world of Skylar Saunders. Come into the fold. Come into this world that I'm giving you. I'm providing you. I'm providing you with facts and figures. I put into the comic section exact ideas that are real and factual. Annie, all right. Annie, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay, Annie? Give the Jew girl toys. I don't know what you're talking about. Christopher Perkins says, please continue very clearly articulating real professional premium political worldwide media news. Work with a brilliant genius analysis. Wow, okay. Appreciate that, Christopher Perkins. I'm not a genius, but that's different. Give me my bread and wine. Yeah, we'll see. If Biden, not trying to wish death on him, but he's not all there. Not everything is there. There's no there in a lot of ways, as Dr. Brooke would say. But I don't know. Biden's like freezing to death, and Trump is like being burned alive. You have to pick your pick. You have to take your pick. Biden 2032. It's never gonna happen. It's never gonna happen. Don't even. It's not even funny to joke like that because like it's never gonna happen, and it never should happen, and it never could happen. I mean, it could happen, but it'd be very a disservice to the country and to the world if President Biden were to be reelected in 2032. That'd be horrific. Sir, did you see Biden saying he's saying ho ho during 4th of July celebrations? I wouldn't put it past him. He's probably thinking about Christmas in July, maybe. I don't know. I didn't see that. I didn't see him. Doesn't mean it didn't happen. But while I'm here, I'm going to try to go back on here at 4 o'clock today. I'm going to try to go back on here at 4 o'clock. So look out for me in almost an hour. Excuse me, 3 hours. In about 3 hours, look for me back on this platform, pushing that ism out into the populace. You meant stream, not 4 p.m. Atrium. I'll be there. 4 people, 4 likes. It was up to, oh, there goes the 6. It was up to 10 for a little while. I don't know what happened, but will you do an ASAP Rocky court case recap show? You gotta check my last video. I think you were there, weren't you there? And you were there, and you were there. I already did the ASAP Rocky. I did the whole verdict when the verdict was first read. When the verdict was first read, I did. I was on it like Megan Kuniff. Megan Kuniff is a sexy white woman. It's a party. You're exactly right. It's a party. Let's get it up to 20 now. Let's get it up to 30. In these last few minutes, in these fleeting moments. Let's get it up. Okay, now go back down to 8. And it's going to go down to 4. And it's going down to 3. That's fine, too. But we did have a party at least 3 or 4 times in here. I'm not mad. I just need to get these subscriptions up. Do you get my subscribers? In the last 28 days, I had at least 44 subscribers. That's extraordinary. It's pretty extraordinary. So it's back to a party. 10 characters in the room. Get the ones up. Yeah, get the ones up. If you're in the room, get your 1 up. Just put a 1 in the chat room. In the live chat. Sir, are you going to cover the death of Carl Perkins? I don't even know who Carl Perkins is. Am I out of it? Who's Carl Perkins? Well, since he died 27 years ago, I don't think I'll be talking about Carl Perkins. But thank you for bringing him up. I never even heard of Carl Perkins. So, appreciate that. Never heard of him before. I'll look into him. So, we have to give the props and respect to President Volodymyr Zelensky for standing up and saying something that a lot of people would wish they could have said. He's like the Kendrick Lamar of politicians. He by calling the disinformation space, that's like the A minor. That was his A minor moment. Wop, 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 wop. Trump is in the disinformation space. Wop, 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 wop. Shy people in the room today. It seems like it. Went up to 8 again. Here we go to 8. Let's go. Can we go to 10, 11, 12, 30,000, 100 million? I got words to say. I'm letting them out into the world. I'm talking about Ayn Rand. I'm talking about objectivism. I'm talking about you looking up who Ayn Rand and objectivism is. Or are. Whatever, whatever the case may be. Look up these things. That's why I'm on this site. Why Iraq? Because I need airtime. Why I be on the curb with a wild lie? I need a bear sign. Who said that? Who said that? You might get to Googling, but you already know who he is. He's in my top 5, dead or alive. That's just off one LP. He said that as well. Who's the person that's responsible for those words? One more and we're at a party again. Come on, one more person. Come in here. Come on in. The water's warm. Come on in. It's going to go down to 6. It's going down to 3. Watch. So, oh, there we go. We got a party again. There we go. There's the party. All right. Good to go. Here's the party. It's a low party. I usually have high parties, 30s, 40s. That's like my good range. I'm in the 30 and 40 range, and it's sustained. Sustained 30s and 40s, that means it's multiplying each time. It's multiplying. Like if I go up to 31 and it goes down to 28, then it goes up to 37, that means it's multiplying each time it goes up in the rankings. That's what I understand anyway. I could be wrong, but I don't think I am. Max Vision Film and Media Company. Now let's see if you can keep the party going. Well, we haven't been keeping the party going. Thank you for pointing that out. The party went down three viewers. Whenever it's double digits or triple digits, it's a party. It's a party when it's a triple digits. It's a freak off. There it goes back again. There it goes again. So it's just multiplying. So I'm not totally mad. This is like what I was experiencing before that big rush. I don't know where that rush went. That rush was crazy. I don't know where it went. There we go, 11. Oh, y'all getting cute. 11 people, okay. About to get out of here, though. I'm doing an hour show. $11 in the room. Woo! Now dance. He said now dance, like I'm a wind-up monkey or something like that. Max Vision Film and Media Company. How many people have you brought to this channel? How many people have you said subscribe to this channel? Max Vision Film and Media Company. It's a long-ass name for this YouTube street. I'm going to just call you Max from further on. How many people have you said you need to sign up? Rick James has had people to sign up. Texas had people that signed up. You got to sign up. You got to have people sign up. I'm sure you already are a subscriber. So I'd like to thank everybody that came through. Salute to President Zelensky for calling out President Trump, telling him he's not well. He's not telling the truth. But I am telling the truth, and I tell that to you every day. So thank you very much. I'll see you. Take care.